excited about that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're glad to have you. Thank you.
So right now we're at Loyola University. It's around, I think it's around 5:20 right now. We just got done with our work. And Loyola was very nice to us, and they offered us to take showers. Finally, we could take, instead of taking showers at the back of the church, 5-minute showers, 5 minute. We took showers here at Loyola, their sports center. I just want to say thank you, Loyola. Really, really appreciate it. It was really great. I could stand for 10 minutes in the warm water. It was amazing. It was really, really great. And all those people coming from the showers. So, and right now we're on our way to Xavier to get our dinner, and we're gonna reflect there too. So that's the plan for today.
Yeah, it's been really good. This is very important. 300 style. Oh, he quivers. Oh, that looks so tasty. So gross. Oh, yeah.
Look at the president of Xavier University, Dr. Norman Francis. Dr. Francis has been the university's president for nearly 40 years. He met early on with many of his top administrators, and his vision was that Xavier University would be back, and it would be back in January of '06. We actually started our classes January, I believe it was 17th of '06. 4 months after the storm, somewhere about $40 to $50 million of damage to this campus. Nearly every building on this campus suffered various levels of damage and flood wars, including the building that we're actually having this interview in. My office, when I came here in November of '05, was down to concrete floors and metal studs and absolutely nothing else in this room. So looking back, I mean, the university had the challenge of, in 4 months, literally rebuilding its campus and trying to be ready when our students came back in January of '06. It was a heck of a challenge. So a lot of people came ready to sit there and get this institution back. Xavier has always been a very special place historically, and there was absolutely no way that our president and the people that report to the president were not going to have this institution available to when our students came back in January of '06. We knew that based on what the forecast was saying, that this was, I think at the time, was probably a Category 5 hurricane. As you know, Category 5, very dangerous from wind. Honestly, we didn't expect floods. We expected we'd have some severe winds. We did not expect that our levees, which were supposed to protect us, would breach. And that's really what caused most of the damage in New Orleans, because prior to the hurricane actually landing, it changed directions and actually kind of veered to the east, which is why Mississippi Gulf Coast suffered as much damage as it did. I think if there's anything that kind of makes me feel somewhat emotional is to look at all the wonderful people, particularly a lot of college students that have taken their time, their money, and effort to come down and help us. It gives you a good sense about mankind when you know that this week, if this is your spring break, there's a whole lot more fun things you could be doing in your crew than gutting out houses, removing debris. Because obviously I've helped. I've done my own house, and it is actually one heck of a task, and it's tiring to do that. And it's wonderful to see all the help we've gotten. And I can't say enough thank yous for all the people who have come on Xavier's campus. They haven't helped me personally, but to help the city that I've grown up in and I love, it's very special. It really is.
My day, let's see. My day was good. I cannot complain. We were on the same work site we've been on all week, so this is our third day. And I am on the paint crew, so our primary responsibility is painting. But today, the homeowner wanted basically to paint some decorative stripes in the kitchen. So I was tasked with the responsibility to draw lines for the guys for all of those stripes. And surprisingly enough, it took me all day, probably like 5.5 hours or maybe longer. I'm not really sure how much we actually worked. It's been really cool to get to know the people in the paint crew, just to hang out with them. You know, initially, not all of us were very excited about being on paint crew because I think we wanted to come down here and destroy stuff, you know, because there's so much destruction that still needs to happen before construction can happen. So we were really excited about being able to destroy stuff, but then we found out that that's not what we're going to be doing. But it really has just been a blessing in disguise because we've gotten just an incredible homeowner who's working with us every day. She's a foster mother, and she has about 5 or 6 foster kids at a time. So once it's done, you know, once the house is done, we'll be able to she'll be able to take some foster kids in, and you know, they'll be able to have a home.
We had a discussion today with my group, just general reflection, just as we do it every day. And it went okay, and we discussed like what happened today, what was difficult today, and things of that nature. And everything was just the way it's usually goes, and we were all laughing, having fun. But then one of my team members mentioned that she's in the paint crew. She mentioned that someone showed up in the house she's painting. And the work they were doing was almost finished, and somebody just showed up last night, and wrote with a blue paint on the floors, on the tiles, that you will never come back. And that thing just ticked me off completely. I just don't understand that. I can't. I guess today was kind of a turning point for me. I don't understand how people could do that. Considering that through all that New Orleans has been through, thinking about it, and are there still people like this here in this place? I just have one big question to those people who did it. Why? Why would you do that? Haven't you been through that? Haven't you been through the flooding? Haven't you been through the problems? Well, why would you do that? It keeps bugging me. I really don't understand that.
You know, it's nearing the end of the week, and so I guess things are kind of winding down. You know, tomorrow will be the last day, and so far it's just been an awesome week. You know, you can't ask for anything more. You just get to hang out with a whole bunch of your fellow students and really just get to know them and have fun with them, and really then also just put your nose to the grindstone, work really hard, and it's just been great because, you know, our spring break has been used for something so beneficial. For years to come, like, our work will matter, at least to some people, you know, and we are definitely just a drop in the bucket in what needs to be done down here in New Orleans. But we are definitely proud and thankful that we can be that drop in the bucket. And I think this will leave definitely a lasting impact on all of us students, and just like how much damage there was done down here, how much help there still needs, you know, how much help people still need, homeowners still need, and just like how we can better give our time, you know, to other people, to serve other people. I think it's definitely better to serve than it is to be served. So it's just a huge blessing to be down here, and we're looking forward to these last 2 days.
My thought process right now is there's no light in the house, and also the door's been open, and it smells really bad. Just keep all of that in mind. So you guys definitely are going to need some Vicks on today, as well as your masks. And then the first thing we should probably do is just open up windows so we can get some air and we can get some light in there because it's really, really dark. Who's excited? Woo! There we go. Okay, let's get it going. You got it.
The owner of this house has relocated. They have a family with children and a business, so they weren't able to meet us today, but originally they hired a demolition crew to come in and clear out the house, but the demolition crew came and took the money and left. So we're here to do what someone else was paid to do and didn't do.
Where's the dance? Might have a problem. Where's that? We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me.